I'm working on a city exploration game that takes place in a huge procedural city populated by a bit over 1 million NPCs. I've been talking about my progress on the NPCs for a while now, and at this point I am finally considering them feature complete on a technical level. Meaning they can now do everything a game character should be able to do. They have functioning work and home schedules and are able to navigate the city and get from one location to another pretty reliably. They have basic idle behaviors that allow them to use the furniture in their vicinity to rest when they don't have a goal to get to. They have a fully functioning dialogue system so the player can talk to any of them. They also react to other kinds of player actions such as hitting them, throwing an object at them, or pestering them too much. I've also added a registry of known NPCs that displays known information about them and can be filtered to show only favorite NPCs. And most recently, I've added the ability for the NPCs to pick up both the existing objects in their vicinity and spawn objects to hold, such as umbrellas when it's raining. But there is one glaring problem that still remains before I can say that the NPCs are ready to be playtested, which is that they are just not much fun right now. And this is the problem I really want to solve before I show you guys the results of my work for the past, 8 months or so? I do have some ideas in mind. But first, big thanks to my patrons on Patreon. Despite pitching my game to publishers occasionally, I'm still self-funded and very grateful for every bit of support that you've given me. If you'd like to join, there's a link in the description. So how do I make the NPCs more fun? The most straightforward thing that would be a huge improvement is simply adding more content to the existing systems that I've built. I've been focusing on technical implementations up until now, so the functionality is all there and it's quite versatile. But I still need to add variety to the actual behaviors. For now, the NPCs can only do 2 things. They walk from one place to another and they sit around when they don't have a place to go. I don't even have any work animations for the ones at work right now, so that's something on my priority list. I also want to add interactions with the environment, like buying soda from the vending machines or reading the tablets and magazines scattered around the city. Of course, ideally, there'd have to be more complex routines that make sense from the person's point of view to make them more realistic, not just random actions. For example, a character that stops for leisure on the way home would want to go to a cafe and eat something, then a shop for groceries, then maybe a bar or a gym depending on their personality. But I don't think I'm quite there yet. Another improvement would be the dialogue. The system for it is fully implemented, but the lines themselves that I've written so far are nowhere near enough. What I have right now is a simple, neutral greeting, which can result in the NPC introducing themselves and becoming an acquaintance, sometimes sharing their life troubles if you ask them how they're doing, and sometimes refusing to speak to the player if they aren't particularly friendly. I've also added special dialogue for the characters who are at work and at leisure, but all of this dialogue so far only serves one practical purpose: finding out more information about the characters so you can find them later, because interacting with the same character multiple times will be necessary to build a relationship with them later on. What I want to do now is add fun and surprise to the dialogue, so it's more than just functional. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that and what exactly I'm going to write, but I think it'll be a great challenge that isn't technical for once. The third thing that I realized I'm missing is something that is essential for a game that's all about emergent gameplay, which is spontaneous events. I'm thinking about the greatest emergent gameplay game that I've ever played, Kenshi. In this game, there are no quests and very little dialogue, but the world is never boring, all due to one thing: unpredictability. You can travel the same route many times and you never know who you are going to run into and what events you are going to witness. And I'd like my game world to be like this. Ideally, as you simply traverse the city, you might witness unique events happening around you. For example, NPCs having arguments or committing a crime or having a party, all of which would unlock special dialogue and potential special rewards if the player chooses to engage. But of course I would need to make sure these events won't become repetitive and predictable. At this point I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but I guess I will record another devlog about it once I figure it out. Then of course a great thing to add would be relationships that the NPCs could have with each other, but my current systems don't really support that kind of thing, and I don't think I will be going that route. I'm not making The Sims after all. I will be adding conversations and gestures between characters that are near each other though, but maybe not in this iteration. What do you think would make the NPCs more fun to watch and interact with, apart from simply adding more content? Are there any obvious ideas that didn't occur to me? Let me know. And of course, stay creative.